I'm Sydney Radka, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. It is December 30th, 2020, and we are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio, where I'm joined by Jim Setacropi and Catherine Chase of the Cuba Lake Wine Trail again for another special New Year's Eve podcast.
Mm-hmm. Last episode of 2020.
Yep. Crazy. Today's show is brought to you by Woody's Bar and Grill, and they put out like a PSA saying that your health and safety is their number one concern, which with holidays and everything going on, they decided they don't feel comfortable serving indoors, but they want you to be able to have takeout and delivery still from them. So as for right now, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, they're going to be doing takeout and delivery. They are open New Year's Eve for takeout and delivery as well, only from 5 to 8 p.m. They have a special menu, and that special menu, of course, has things like prime rib, it has lobster, it has lamb chops, surf and turf, like all the good stuff. They did ask, obviously to try and get your orders in sooner than later. So I would say, figure it out today if you and your small gathering, or if just you and your significant other, whatever you're doing, wants to get some delicious food, you can call them at 315-220-8250.
That's 315-220-8250. Call today.
Perfect.
So this is Seneca Falls, Waterloo area. Takeout delivery. I mean, it's a nice service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and obviously they said like on their Facebook where you can see more information, like their prime rib is going to be limited, so first come, first serve. And who doesn't love prime rib on New Year's Eve?
Are we getting back to that point now where everything's going to be takeout delivery for the next couple months?
I think so.
I would definitely think
Connie's
so.
just closed totally, I
know.
believe, temporarily.
Yeah.
But I think so.
They had a case in their restaurant with their staff, so that's more of a quarantine issue, and they'll be back. And I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, my vet is calling me and I can't answer because I'm on the show. But my dog has been super sick because she was eating table scraps that she doesn't usually eat over the holidays, and she said how normal that is around this time for dogs to have this happen. Random fact. I forgot to put my phone on silent. But anyways, we have a special setup again. I'm super excited about. Last time it was crazy Christmas, and now we're switching on over to some bubbly.
Bubbly, yeah. So New Year's Eve is a little different for everybody this year. We don't have the ball drop. We don't have the crazy gatherings. That does not mean you can't drink bubbly, whether it's by yourself, with a partner, with your sister, not your dog, or whatever.
With your sister?
Yeah, whomever,
family, a family member, a few family members.
It's inclusive.
Right.
Who you want to drink with.
Yeah.
So because I now can't just bring wine on, I don't think anymore.
No,
I have some snackatizers, I'm calling them, to pair with them.
Yes.
A lot of people, I think you can't drink bubbly and eat, but that's not true. I don't think. So I'm going to show you that.
I think you're breaking the stigma, because I would be like, I don't really think I'd be pairing my champagne with specific foods.
Sure. But, we're going to be eating, we're going to be drinking. It's the end of a really, really rough year. We need both. Those comforts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think it's been a good year for sparkling wines and Prosecco's and that type of thing.
True.
I've seen it it seems to be more of a go-to for people. Like in my friend group when we're out, especially the ladies. Yeah. I mean, they'll kill like bottle after bottle of Prosecco.
It's fun. It's fun to drink, though.
I can only have one glass of that before I start to feel like a headache. I love the taste of it. Any sparkling, it's great for a toast at midnight or whenever you want to toast something. Yeah. But like I said, some of my the women that I hang out with, they pound that sparkling Prosecco. Especially.
I have that same type of vibe in my friend group as well. So.
Well, chill out here with this, please.
No.
But a lot of people also think bubbly is usually dry, but I have a full spectrum here in front of us. We have red, we have bright, we have dry, we have sweet.
Beautiful.
So first we're going to start off with a Crimson Brut. This is from Goose Watch Winery. I have it paired with a dark chocolate. This was actually released this summer, so this is its first New Year's Eve.
Oh, love that.
It's made with Lemberger and Chambourcin.
Okay.
Hints of black pepper, dark berry fruit aromas.
So of course it's going to go good with this dark chocolate.
Yep.
Correct. Dove dark chocolate, which means
it has a message.
Always give from the heart.
Okay.
I do. I'm just get
I
from
already
the
opened mine.
person.
I stole these from my child's stocking. Sorry,
Oh
Evan.
my goodness. And what I think is kind of cool, you said you have never tried this, and I feel like you have probably tried quite a few things from all your wineries. So this is like even more exclusive.
Usually you think sparkling wine, you don't think red.
I know.
You don't. That's why I really wanted to showcase this too. Like you're a red lover. Just to show, and it's not, the overly bitter dry that you would generally associate with red. The sparkling gives it a lot of fun.
It is really good.
It pairs really well with a chocolate.
Really
Of course.
So you can just sit alone on the couch with a glass of this and some chocolate, or whatever. And yeah, so bubbly is obviously a brunch item, and you can eat it with a lot of brunch foods.
For sure.
Mix it with orange juice.
Yep.
For a mimosa.
Our next two, I think I have a mimosa episode once. I feel like I remember bringing orange juice on, but I can't quite.
I don't remember.
I
thought I
remember,
brought it
and I'm
in.
going to need that to happen. Okay.
Because the next two are really good with orange juice. So the next one is Brut. It is from Knapp Winery. And while you guys sample, I want to give you a quick lesson on some of the terminology.
Yes.
So the European Union has a sparkling wine rating system based on how many grams of sugar are in a liter of wine. Our bottles here are 750 mils, which is about 3/4 of a liter.
Yum.
So Brut Nature, I'm probably mispronouncing that. It's called that if there's 0 to 3 grams of sugar. It's extra brut if there's 0 to 6 grams. And what we're drinking here is brut. That's 0 to 15 grams in a liter. Then there's also extra dry, sec, and secco. Those two mean dry.
Yeah.
Like Prosecco. Yeah, so then you automatically know it's a dry.
Okay.
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. So we measure our dryness or sweetness in bricks.
Yes.
But that doesn't sound as fun as just calling it a brut or a secco or whatever. So
Such a
that was my little lesson, because I have to teach you at least one thing.
Yeah.
This is good with popcorn.
I know. I was like...
So this is Brut from Knapp. It's 1.5% residual sugar. It is 60% Chardonnay and 40% Cuga White.
Whoa.
And again, it is fantastic with orange juice. And so
What are you saying? They make this blend and then they put carbonate it somehow?
So this is like a more of a traditional method, champagne method. They also call it, you can't call it champagne, we're not in Champagne, where it's so complex I can't even describe it. It's complex, where the next one is a forced carbonated that we're trying, so the bubbles don't last quite as long and it's much easier to make.
They're so cute. My bubbles look so perfect right now in the next one, though.
But fried and salty foods actually go really well with sparkling wine. And so of course, I'm like, I can bring on mozzarella sticks and tater tots.
Yes.
But popcorn is a go-to. You can, drink your bubbly, watch a movie, eat your popcorn. This is good alone. Yeah. I love it alone. You could also mix a sweeter, fruitier wine with it to make a different style of a mimosa.
I definitely tasted a little more of the sweetness, because when I'm going for brunch and mimosas, I definitely go for the dry for sure. But that one was very refreshing. I loved it. Okay, let's see if you can see how perfect my bubbles are. Can you?
From the Naomi from Hosmer.
Look at how
I think she's still.
look.
Oh yeah. She's on Naomi from Hosmer. So this is a sparkling Riesling.
Okay.
This one is bubbleized. That's not a term. But the bubbles are added to it differently than the other two. So this one doesn't last. The bubbles won't last as long, if it even lasts that long in your fridge. Drink it within a couple of days. Or else it'll kind of just be a flat Riesling again. It's also good with orange juice. It's a little bit sweeter. It's 2% residual sugar. It's got some rich mandarin and raspberry aromas. It's filled with lemon zest and cherry.
I can taste it.
I have this paired with a little mini charcuterie. I think everything pairs well with a charcuterie, and I got really into charcuteries during the shutdown. I would make myself just my own giant mini charcuterie. It is so and that'd be like my only meal. So I have bagel chips. I have a hot pepper bacon jam.
Oh, dang.
And some goat cheese. And I tested it out before we came to make sure
all
that
together,
all
you think?
good.
Like make a little...
However you want.
I'm scared of the pepper. Is it really spicy?
No, it's not really spicy at all.
Okay.
This bacon jam pairs really well with Yancey Fancy's Finger Lakes champagne cheese as well.
It smells so strong. It's like Smoked.
It's
a
good.
smoked smell. Okay.
Where's the bacon jam from?
So the company is Terrapin Ridge. It's not a local company, but I've only been able to find it at Americana or Lucas Vineyards.
Oh my goodness. Have you tried it yet?
Oh yeah.
I've looked at this end of the county and I can't find anyone who sells this bacon jam. So anytime I'm down there, I actually got 2 jars the last time, and I'm going to tell them not to sell me anymore because I ate it in 2 days.
It's literally so good. I did not think I
good.
was going to like it because I was worried it would be like.
And I think most anything would pair really well with this Riesling because it's so crisp and refreshing.
And that little salt goes good with.
The salt really goes well.
I'm really proud of us because you have put together such great combinations that I wouldn't think of. I'm usually just like, I literally tell everyone I cannot eat when I'm drinking because it doesn't.
First of all, you should.
Well, I could eat before or maybe way later.
It does really change the flavors of a food and the drink.
Yeah, it goes perfect. You are.
Yeah, it goes really well. And I really do think the charcuterie would probably go with all of them.
Yeah.
But it's so broad. You can do different cheeses. You could do different meats. You can do different jams. You can make it vegetarian or what have you. I tested it with these bagel chips or with wheat crackers, but the bagel chips tasted better.
Love the work that you put
I got these bagel
every
chips
day.
at Varick, actually. They sell little containers of bagel chips.
I mean, I don't know. They must have a whole separate storage facility for these things. They have a lot. But it's great because, as we've talked about before, at Varick Winery, they have so many condiments and salsas
all that
and jams
stuff.
and
compotes. I need to call them. They need to get a bacon jam. They do have like a bacon barbecue sauce, but it's not quite the same as this. This is just delightful. But it's not a show about how good this bacon jam is.
We could do a whole show on that bacon jam.
Drinks. It's about the drinks that go so well with them.
So the next 2 are both from Americana Vineyards. They have a Ruby's Bubbling series. They have a blush and they have a red. Ruby is one of their Chocolate Lab mascots. She passed away a handful of years ago, but to commemorate her, she has her own line of bubbles.
Love that.
So the blush is paired with salted caramel fudge.
Oh.
Okay.
So this is an off-dry blush made with Delaware grapes, hints of melon, grapefruit, and peach. I think the fudge is super fresh because it was too soft to grab, so you do have spoons to make it less of a mess.
Okay. Sip. Fudge,
sip. Always sip first, eat, sip.
I remember.
Yep, you learned the hard way.
Refresh my memory, I guess.
Yep.
Let's see.
And the red is a blend of Catawba and Baco Noir. Sweet cherry flavors balanced with tart crisp finish, so that's why it's going to pair really well with chocolate fudge. And they're actually offering a bundle for the podcast. So if you get a bottle of Ruby's Bubbly and a fudge, you'll get $3 off. If you get 2 bottles and a fudge, you'll get $5 off.
That's like a really good deal.
So that's available for pickup or in their store.
And that's at Americana
Vineyards.
Right?
Yep.
Wait, this is their fudge too?
This is their fudge too. I didn't mention that. Yeah. So they make this fudge, and they have, similar to Montezuma, where they have tons of different types of homemade fudges.
Oh my
Peanut butter, mint, chocolate mint, and, pre-pandemic, you could sample some of them, but now you can't.
Right.
Well, I'm sampling some right now, right in the middle of this pandemic.
Salted caramel fudge is
pretty good.
to die for. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yep. And that. Can you say that deal one more time?
Yeah. Give me a second.
It's a good deal. I'll tell you while you're chewing.
Okay.
My biggest takeaway is the darker red that we're sampling today. Like I didn't really even know that existed when I think of bubbly. So good job. They're great.
I think this Crimson Brut is new, obviously, this summer. They've had this red bubbly out for a while. It is obviously on the sweeter side. But you can still pair it with something, with a late night treat. Midnight is a long ways away when you get to be older. So you're going to need to eat in stages to stay up.
Honestly, people should just take this. You should sell these little papers that you make so people know throughout the night, start with this and move to this. But this fudge with the Ruby's Bubbling blush,
is that your favorite?
The salted caramel?
It goes so well together. I
really
am
does.
In awe.
Chocolate fudge just tastes like chocolate frosting, kind of, and I'm not mad about it.
I didn't even try that one yet because I'm so obsessed with this one. Oh my goodness.
It pairs really well. I don't know if I would drink a sweeter bubbly on its own, But if I was snacking, I definitely would because they complement each other so well. It's like Jessica said last week. She's not a sweet drinker, but with the cookies, it was totally different situation.
Right. Same thing with fudge.
Okay, this
You're just
delicious.
Both the fudges are great.
I know. Okay. I got chocolate. Okay.
So the biggest takeaway is that bubblies come in red, white, dry, sweet, and everything in between. And I think just the more our area grows, the more they can experiment with those awesome things.
Okay. Here we go.
And you don't have to pair high-end stuff with bubbles because everyone kind of thinks bubblies are fancy, and they certainly are, but they don't have to be. You can literally just go to the movie theater, buy some popcorn.
Right, they're
that's
not
the
more
best popcorn there is.
expensive.
Go home and drink.
She just said, go to the movie theater, buy popcorn, then leave. Like, can you do that?
No, I don't know. That's my dream, honestly.
They should do that. 2020, they should have started that.
The best popcorn you're going to get is movie theater popcorn. They're hands down.
True.
I mean, this is movie theater in a bag, but it's not the same.
Oh, yeah. This chocolate fudge is so good, too. And, like, all of this is available in the Finger Lakes, which is amazing.
And so this morning on the Wine Trails Facebook page, I posted a list of all the New Year's Eve hours. So if you are now inspired to get some bubbly for whatever you're doing, you can see who's open and when for how long.
If you're staying in, like a lot of people are for New Year's Eve,
drink.
Go out, make a run. Stock up on these bubblies. Get some different. You can do this at home.
I know.
It would be a ton of fun.
Tasting at home.
And it would keep you up. Do this while you're playing games, too.
Yep, that's our plan. Now that we're talking about that, do you guys have any specific New Year's Eve plans already?
I've decided now that my New Year's Eve is going to include bacon jam.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what else he's doing. You can make your own bacon jam, too.
Right.
It's a little complex. I've done it before.
I'm sure could do it too, but I don't think it's as easy as going and picking it up.
Oh, certainly not. But it's harder to find. Like I said, I went to like 3 or 4 different stores in the Geneva area in North Seneca, and I could not find bacon jam anywhere. Wow. I had to get it at North Seneca.
I really love hot pepper jam. I've never had bacon jam either. I like taking the hot pepper jam on a block of cream cheese. You dump it on top. You put it on the middle of the table with crackers and watch it all disappear.
This is basically hot pepper jam, but with bacon.
Bacon, right.
It's just a bacon additive. Much better.
Yeah, I just choked on my bubbly
it's fine.
a little bit. It was so good. I couldn't contain myself. So, like, again, I don't think there was any one that I was like, I don't know how well this one's going to go, or I don't know if this goes good. They were, like, all very perfect, and I left almost.
Yeah, that one was a little light. I poured that one later.
You did? Why would you do that?
It was an accident. So quickly, pretty much everyone has a bubbly. You are not restricted to the ones I brought on here. And all their websites will tell you what they have. So feel free to explore. Ciders would probably also taste good with some of this. I just stuck to the wine side of bubbles. Yeah. That was my quick little PSA.
You think, does everyone in all 15 wineries that you have, do they all have a bubbly?
14 wineries. But no, they do not all have one. Toro Run and Varick do not carry one. That doesn't mean you can't find a wine you would love to drink to celebrate with. Long Point does not carry one either.
But still, that's like...
But generally, you could stop somewhere and find one. Yeah.
You should. And you have to go to the Hugo Lake Wine Trail Facebook to see all the hours.
Yep. So I just made a post this morning. It lists all the wineries and their hours for New Year's Eve. Because some of them do close a little early.
Wait, yeah. What is today? Today's the 30th.
Today's New Year's Eve.
New Year's.
So, like, if you're making these plans or whatever, go and do it right now.
Yeah.
Go today. After work, or if you're not working, because I feel like, who knows, 2020.
It's that weird week where it's hard to work. No one knows what's going on.
And 2020 on top of that. So it's like if you're not working, go hit up some of the wineries, get some of the jams, get some of the fudge, please. Definitely get some of the fudge, and get some bubblies to pair with it.
You can make a charcuterie almost with all of this stuff.
Oh, you sure can.
Charcuteries aren't limited to cheese, crackers, and meats.
Meat, right.
I'll put fruit on there too, but you could put some sweets.
Well, isn't charcuterie officially the art of drying and curing meat? So doesn't it have to include meat for charcuterie?
I don't know. I didn't research that.
Well,
it sounds pretty legit, though.
I have been doing lots of research on them recently because I am, like you, I got really more into it during the shutdown and everything. And now I'm like, wow, the options are endless. I made a Christmas charcuterie board. It was a junk food type style theme, and it had like, it was all like literally stuff from Walmart, but it had like Hershey Kisses and Christmas cookies and gingerbread cookies. No Slim Jims in that one. This one was all sweet theme, but I will do a Slim Jim one for you in the near
that
future.
Sounds cool. One of the big things that got popular was charcuterie chalets, where instead of gingerbread houses, they were making charcuterie boards, but as shaped like a house. So they'd have like prosciutto as the roof shingles.
There's an Instagram account. I think it's called Cheese by the Numbers. I wish I had it, but they do these really elaborate cheese boards, meat and cheese charcuterie boards. And then they will break it down and show you how to build it one step at a time. But I mean, really elaborate with the way that things are put together and stuff. Anyways.
It's pretty much just a miniature grazing table.
You want to know what somebody said?
It doesn't sound like I do based on your tone.
They said charcuterie boards are just an adult Lunchable.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And honestly, I love Lunchables. So, like, what's wrong with that?
It's
make
healthier.
It a Lunchable, make it fancy, add some wine. So
exactly.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Yeah, I've seen that meme floating around, and it's definitely very true. Whatever. They're fun, though, and they can get so versatile. I get overboard, obviously. I'll have, like, a ton of different cheeses and all these different meats, and then, like, nothing gets eaten because I put too much on there for not enough people.
My secret, I'm going to be making one, I think, for my New Year's Eve get-together, and it's going to be... I'm going to try and make it Italian theme.
Okay.
So, like, definitely more Italian meats, Italian cheeses. We'll see how I do. I'll have to send you a pic because it's going to look beautiful.
Oh, yeah, please do. And you will now have bubbly, of course, right?
Yeah, and now I'm mixing all the different ones in the different foods. And
do they all kind of
They all seem to be going together still very well.
The liquor stores locally will not have a lot of this stuff. Unfortunately, if you want to just pop into a liquor store, you won't find too much of what I brought on. The wineries can only distribute so much.
To them. So you have to visit.
It's preferred, and they all have deals going on, too, for the most part, because they know how popular bubbles are right now. Like Americana made that package for us. I know Buttonwood has some bubbles deals, because they have a handful of options, too. So
take the drive.
Just take the drive. Yeah.
It's
see what they
really
got.
That far. There's definitely going to be one of those wineries that are more close to you than the others. So
I
love that.
Yeah. And then Spumantis, another term, are sweeter.
Okay.
If you see that verbiage.
I stick to the brutes. That's how I always knew it, as brute. Jim, do you want to tell us, because I'm sure people have so many plans going on, but they want to know about the weather.
The weather? People want to know about the weather, huh?
Is it frightful?
Well,
it's not Christmas anymore.
Oh.
It's not frightful.
It could still be frightful.
Well, New Year's Eve day, mostly cloudy, high near 36, a little windy, and then around midnight, you're looking at 25, 26 degrees.
Around midnight?
Dry around midnight when we go from 2020 to 2021.
Woo!
In a different way than we have in any New Year's I can remember.
Except maybe 1918.
Yeah. Damn.
The year of the Spanish flu influenza pandemic.
I knew that was important.
New Year's Day. Rain after 1 p.m. So if you're planning on golfing, get out there in the morning.
How many people are planning on doing that? I wonder.
I think we're gonna golf.
You are?
Yeah, so not many will.
What do you think? 3-4 people will do it?
I don't know. Last Sunday we had 8, and it was it was like 28 degrees. The green was frozen, so when the ball hit it, it was like hitting a parking lot.
And it bounced?
It bounded, yeah, it was crazy. But anyways.
You guys look better than you actually are.
So do you have to adapt to the seasons with your golfing, kind of, to account for how hard or soft the ground
Oh my God, it's totally different.
I've never thought of how, like, in-depth
golf
is.
Look,
it really is.
Not a lot of people golf in January. Let's
take
face
a step
it,
into Jim's world and you'll figure it out.
It sounds really complex.
It's fun. It's a good walk too. You know, we walked
for some exercise.
New Year's Day, rain after 1 p.m., high near 39, so warming up, a little breezy. Precipitation coming later in the day. And then Saturday, rain before 1 p.m. So it's pretty much going to rain from 1 p.m. on Friday to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Then clearing up, mostly cloudy with a high near 42. And then Sunday, pretty decent day, mostly cloudy with a high near 35. Just a small chance of some rain. Then when we head back to the first week of 2021. Monday, partly sunny, high near 38, and Tuesday they have us pushing into the 40s.
What?
Oh, wow. Ugh. That's cool if we just bypassed winter.
I know,
I wouldn't
honestly,
even be mad.
Yeah. Really, though, doesn't it like seem to fit perfect that it's going to rain all New Year's Eve and all New Year's Day? Maybe it's washing away all the horribleness, or it's
Maybe,
like...
sure.
Wow, New Year's Eve is not going to rain. The rain's going to come New Year's Day afternoon.
Okay.
I mean,
when
there
you
might
wake
be...
up from your stupor.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be like a beautiful day or anything before it rains, but the heaviest rain, which we should get, between a half and a full inch of rain, will come New Year's Day around midday, 1 o'clock, to Saturday around 1 o'clock.
Sounds miserable, really.
Yeah, well.
Way to bring in 2021.
Well, I mean, what did you expect?
Stay inside. They're telling you stay home.
Stay at home.
Stay with, small groups, because we're still going to... It hasn't been 2 weeks yet since Christmas, and I'm worried about...
Yeah, there's going to definitely be a spike, I imagine.
We're spiking. We're spiking right now.
We've been spiking.
Lake, so people need to calm down, put the brakes on.
Gotta get that vaccine out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, vaccine. But... So, yeah, it's going to be very low-key for me.
I'm tired of it. You're going to have a low-key New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. I mean...
For her, it's still high-key for us.
For me, it's going to be our immediate family only. And that never happens. Like, literally never happens. And we're definitely going to play a lot of games.
Good. Sounds good.
And
like
we're going to definitely drink lots of bubbly.
Lots of snacks.
I'm going to tell the family to go stock up since, I'm at
definitely.
work. I'm going to text them right now and be like, hey, I need you to go get this deal. I need you to go do this.
Yeah.
And, so it'll be definitely different. Usually we go all out. We get dressed up. We go to a hotel.
Wow.
I'm very sad.
Is the Goulds doing their ball drop or no?
I don't think so, because I haven't seen it up there. I should have investigated that, but I don't think so.
Probably not. We would have seen it full. I've never made it to that, but that could be socially distanced.
No.
Enough, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small area. It depends on how many people showed up, but you're outside. But the main benefit for them is the fact that people go inside,
Yeah.
I don't think it would be much of a moneymaker for them.
And the restaurant isn't open, so.
Right, yeah. It's
sorry, guys, if I got your hopes up on that.
It's just
I mean,
sad.
for me, New Year's Eve is never something I get too excited about.
Oh.
Except for 1999 when we thought all the computers were going to explode.
I remember exactly where I was at midnight in 1999 to 2000, because there was all that buildup about and I was... They had the ball drop above Antonina's restaurant in Seneca Falls, Sackett, which we're hoping to get the owners of Sackett's table in for an upcoming show.
Get them on in the next few shows.
The new
talk to them.
butcher shop in Seneca Falls.
I saw them on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember being in the middle of the Sackett district, and my friend Chad had an apartment above Antonina's at the time that was like our home base, and I remember when it struck midnight, I was sitting there waiting for the lights to turn off or something, but nothing happened. And 20 years later, here we are.
It was a huge letdown. I was 14.
Weird. I was 6, I think, at the time, 5 or 6. And
I
remember
28.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Wait, 20 years ago? Yeah, 20 years ago, I was 28.
Sheesh.
27.
The only thing I remember was in 2012. For a little bit, they were like, "Oh, the world's gonna."
Oh yeah, the Nostradamus thing.
Yeah, so
but that wasn't on New Year's Eve. That was on like November, some random day. Yeah, it wasn't when the clocks. It was because they didn't think technology could handle going from 1999 to 2000.
All the banking systems and stuff. Yeah,
that's kind of cool. I honestly never knew that until
you were way too young.
Yeah, I was just loving life.
But there was a ton of buildup, and a lot of people I know and respect actually were like hoarding supplies, and
kind of like 2020. Weird, comes full circle.
Bunkering.
They still have that toilet paper to this day.
Canned goods and whatnot.
Wow.
Well,
I mean,
nothing
technology
happened at
wasn't
all.
As diverse, so we just didn't know.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Love that. You have taught us so much just on this
Also, you should mix the chocolate fudge and the salted caramel on your spoon.
Oh, my God.
I've been waiting to say that. I tried it while one of you were talking. It was really good.
I will have to do that after the show because it's already time to wrap up.
It's worth watching.
So, could you just do a quick little plug for where you can get this stuff and where you can go to see the hours again?
Okay.
And then we'll sign
hours are on Cayuga Wine Trail's Facebook page. Today we sampled Goose Wash Winery, which you can find at Swedish Hill. Their tasting room is closed. I also have Nap. They are open for full service. Hosmer Winery also open, and Americana Vineyards is where you can get the bubbles and the fudge.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, pretty much everyone has bubbles. If they don't have bubbles, they will have something you want, and then you can get bubbles at their neighbor as well.
Love that. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's all the time we had, and that means.
Well, I want to say thanks to everybody that watched this year.
Yes.
It's been an unbelievable year for us at Finger Lakes One in terms of like our traffic. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, what do you expect?
Yeah, we're bringing it every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Finger Lakes One said it, so it's true.
Oh, it definitely is. It is true. Like, nobody else can get the news out as fast as we can and as accurate as we can. And in that, we're very thankful for everybody that has watched. And thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this show, of course, you should click like, you should share with your friends, and you should subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back next Wednesday in 2021. And from all of us here at Finger Lakes One, we hope you have a very happy New Year's here in the Finger Lakes.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
See
New
you
Year.
2021.
Cheers.
I don't have a thing.